Yo, 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 what is up, everyone? It's Mini TV here, coming at you with another video. I just want to apologise to everyone. Obviously, I haven't made any videos in a long time, but with COVID and uni, there's been just so much going on. But I wanted to get in because there's been a new patch been out for about like a week and a half now, and I want to get this video to you because like so much has changed. All the top heroes in the ranks has been changed, and yeah, so I just want to make a quick video on the top 10 heroes of the patch and two for each lane. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So to start things off, I just wanted to start with the position fives because I think the fives, particularly in this patch, is the ones that have least changed since the last patch. There's been a few changes in terms of obviously the Aghanim shards and stuff, but in terms of actual hero balance, a lot of the strong fives that were good in the last patch are also good in this patch. So the things like you'd like to see that you would normally see before, like the Undyings, perhaps even like the Abaddons, Elder Titans, these kind of ogres, for example, though he did get a little bit nerfed. The fives at the moment are these sponges where they soak up as much pressure as they can for their safe laner. So they taking a lot of the right clicks, taking the spells, so that the carry can just last hit without getting too pressured. So because of that, the heroes like Undying, Ogre are good. In terms of like pure win rates, the ones that are really skyrocketed at the moment is Crystal Maiden. So I think honestly, Crystal Maiden is really, really strong at the moment. So that would be definitely the first hero that I would recommend if you're looking to really rank up and get MMR in terms of the position 5 roles. As for the second one, it's actually kind of a peculiar one. It's actually going to be Spirit Breaker. The hero has about a 52-53% win rate in Divine and Immortal pubs at the moment. And it kind of fulfills a similar role as what I was saying before about like Undying these ogres that soak up a lot of pressure in the lane. But because a lot of this patch is still a little bit unknown and a little bit undecided and stuff, that the ability what Spirit Breaker offers is that you always have catch and kill potential so much at the moment, whilst can still offer quite a lot in lane just by simply soaking up a lot of the pressure from the carries, and it works a really nice pairing with a carry that I'm going to mention later that I really like. I've been playing a lot of carry recently on this patch, and the one thing that I've always, and it's kind of annoying to play with, is heroes that don't have a lot of catch. Whereas Spirit Breaker, just with this hero alone, kind of gives you all the catch you could really want. It gives you ability to start fights, to get kills around the map, and allows the carry to keep right clicking. So without a doubt, I really like Spirit Breaker this patch as the position 5. The hero can obviously still work as a 4 as well, but I think the problem with him being a 4, I think you need a particular offlaner to work well with him because he's looking to really get kills in the lane, and so you need heroes that can have kill threat like a Venomancer. I think he works very well with a ranged hero because he can kind of be the shield to sort of soak up a lot of the damage, similar to how he would if he was playing a 5 as well. But just going on to the 4s now, again similar to the 5s in the sense that supports, I think this patch are as good as they were in the last patch, and because there hasn't been that many changes in terms of hero changes. A lot of the 4s that were good in the 7.27 patch are good in the 7.28 patch. So because of that reason, Mirana still has to be my top position 4 in this patch. So strong, works almost any laner has kill threat because of her arrow, and now because her Scepter is even a little bit better, where you get the Starfall from the arrow, because you're safe, you don't have to kind of commit too much in the team fight. The hero scales well as well, and I think the best part of her toolkit is definitely the Moonlight Shadow. The higher rank pubs you get, the more important vision is, and it kind of acts, her ulti acts as a kind of a pseudo smoke in that respect. And even if you're not buying smokes in lower tiers, the ulti can offer ways to engage and initiate team fights really nicely. As for the other position 4, I'm really happy to say that I think Earthshaker is actually back. He was really not seen much at all in 7.27. That's because really status resistance was such a big thing, and for a hero that relies so much on stun, that is kind of nullified by status resistance. He was really struggling last patch, but because they got rid of the status resistance from Satanic, and now it's only really in Saint Yasha, which isn't picked up too much nowadays. Earthshaker is back to his kind of strength before. Plus, his Aghanim Shard is really nice, giving a lower Fisher cooldown, and also, again, being able to be useful in team fights, even if he doesn't have a blink. So, yeah, I really like Earthshaker this patch. Earthshaker Marana, easily my best position fours. So now we're going to move on to the core heroes that I think have really changed quite a lot from this patch to the last patch. But before we do that, I want to mention one hero that really has been absolutely dominating in the offlaner, especially, and that's Beastmaster. The hero is so incredibly strong. Doesn't lose many matchups. Before, he was struggling a little bit against Sven because the way he could just cleave through his minions so quickly. But now, Sven's kind of really nerfed out of the meta. The hero has really been seen strength a lot. Plus, his Aghanim Shard now allows him to use the Hawk to vision. So, I mean, the guy is crazy in terms of vision game. So, without a doubt, I think if you're looking to learn an offlaner, Beastmaster is the hero. Necro books are back on the menu now as well. So, really, really strong toolkit, and again has push potential, which eventually has statistically a really good win rate. Like if you can kill towers on a hero, they normally have high win rates. That's why Lycan, Lone Droid, these heroes normally have high win rates. Death Prophet, for example, because they can push. So Beastmaster is definitely up there as well. As for my other hero that I really recommend is Enigma. Enigma, again, has notoriously had a high win rate for a long time, and it's the same kind of goes into this patch as well. Again, kind of offers like minion-based heroes, but the Black Hole is just a game changer in team fights. And the Aghanim Shard, Aghanim Scepter combination is really, really good as well. And doesn't really get punished as much as before. Spectres again aren't really in the meta at the moment. The one hero Enigma does struggle with is Monkey King, that really is strong this patch as well. But I'm really liking Beastmaster and Enigma in terms of offlaners. A quick notable mention is obviously Darkseer and Mars. Both Mars especially very strong. Was strong last patch, is again this strong this patch as well. Hasn't really been changed much, but Darkseer, interestingly enough, was changed quite a bit. He was nerfed in the last patch, and so he sort of dropped off completely. But with the Aghanims, I mean, look at this win rate. This is just on the thing itself, but 57% win rate. These are kind of my notable heroes that I know I did say 2 heroes per role, but there's quite a few offlaners that are really good this patch. As for carry and mid as well. But yeah, and it really all comes down to the Aghanim Scepter being so strong in this hero, giving 2 charges and lasting longer and health buff. You can now almost have the whole team Iron Shelled. Would really recommend playing this hero if he's something that you're looking for in the offlane. Now, moving on to the mids, which I find really interesting because there's been a lot of sort of change at the mid role ever since the patch change. I think my almost standout hero probably of the patch, and my suggestion and thought that this hero is going to be really big in the upcoming months in the DPC qualifier is actually Ricky. Ricky has been really, really strong. Been watching a lot of Thompson mid streams, and he's just sort of rushing Aghanim Scepter, and then getting like Butterfly, and then you can almost play him as a carry as well in terms of getting the Battle Fury. But yeah, the Aghanim Scepter now giving Trickster a trade, like giving it 2 hits 2 different targets and lasting longer, and obviously can still be used on an ally as well. Hero is so fantastic. I was watching a Thompson stream where he ended up like just buying a ring of health, and with a tango like running as well, he had 20 HP regen, and he was winning almost every single matchup you could imagine. And he's mobile as well, and just being able to kind of affect different lanes because of his invisibility factor. Like, you don't know where he is. Again, vision being a big factor in this patch. I really, really think this hero is very, very, very strong. Another mid hero that is very, very strong, it could also be kind of put into my carry heroes, is Lycan. I feel like any patch that this hero, or any patch that is this hero's playable, the hero has crazy win rates. Again, has great kind of lane presence because of just the HP regen from Feral Impulse. Now the change as well that his Howl is global, so he doesn't need to necessarily be committing with his hero to kill support, so he can just send his units onto him. Hero is really, really strong just for that. So and it's not a particularly hard hero to master or learn either. So if you're worried that he's got a lot of units, he's not too difficult to master, and you can easily get a lot of MMR from him. Notable mention from mid lane as well, it's Visage. The Aghanim Scepter was recently nerfed, but that was, even with it, it's still incredibly strong. A hero that is almost really a pub stomper, and I think works if you can play him. With the Aghanim Scepter, it really alleviated a lot of problems with Visage before, in terms of like ganking potential and kind of ways of initiating the fight, giving him invisibility and like ways to sort of run to lanes, and makes him really, really, really strong. So onto the carries. In terms of position ones, again, there's a few notable heroes that I want to mention in terms of that aren't really playable anymore. I think Void and Spectre are no longer really playable. Their win rates have just fallen and dipped completely. And maybe there is some games that are good for them. I think with how the picking order is now, where you literally only see the enemy's two heroes, because normally you're picking third and fourth. Normally you still give normally you give mid the last pick. Just seeing two heroes is never really enough to say, oh, this is a good Spectre game, or this is a good Void game, and as a result their win rates have really kind of sky plummeted. Interestingly enough though, Sven is still kind of like, well, his win rate is terrible in the client, but on Dota buff he has like a 52% win rate, so I'm not really sure which the stats is correct, but I mean, according to this guy is also pretty dead as well. So, in terms of first carry, so I mentioned him a little bit briefly against how good he is against Enigma, but Monkey King is probably one of the, I think Monkey King and Ricky are the two standout heroes of the patch for me, just because of how little they were kind of utilized, I'd say, in the last patch. Monkey King was almost never heard of in the last patch, neither was Ricky, but I think with the upcoming qualifiers, I think we're going to see a lot of Monkey King and we're going to see a lot of Ricky. The Aghanim Scepter on both are just so useful, and not only that, but items such as the Orb of Corrosion are almost completely necessary for both. Where even is it? There. Orb of Corrosion, so good on Ricky, so good on Monkey King, and it's a must-buy, I think, almost every game. Gives you, obviously, the minus armor and the slow, and it's kind of a semi build-up item, and the health is useful on both those agility heroes. So yeah, Monkey King, fantastic hero this patch, and it's nice to sort of see a different hero come into the meta as well. I think the other notable one I think has to be, because I've been playing him a lot myself, is Troll. Is Troll Warlord. Really, really nice. A hero that was kind of not really. It was. I think the hero was good last patch, but because of Sven and Spectre and Void, he was just kind of outshadowed. But now with the implementation of the Ags, I think gives him a lot of play almost in a lot of scenarios. He was really struggling against slows and ways of like Ghost Scepters and the Glimmer Cape, but obviously the offensive Dispel on Whirling Axes means you don't have to worry about buying Dust on the hero, you don't need to worry about buying Nullifier either, because you can get rid of Ghost Scepter with the Whirling Axes. And also if you're getting slowed by Venos, Quops, even nice against, I was playing a game today against Warlock, the Fatal Bonds can instantly be purged off by your melee Whirling Axes, and I think it's such a great hero and gives him more playstyle as well. So without a doubt, really would recommend playing this hero as well. Quickly notable mention as well in terms of carries is Wraith King. Kind of got slightly touched down in terms of strength. His crit got reduced a little bit, as you can see here, by 10%. Hero still really strong, definitely playable as well. But in terms of all the carries, I would definitely recommend Monkey King and Troll Warlord. So that's the end of the video, guys. Just going to give you again a quick rundown for carries: Monkey King and Troll Warlord, literally just had it. For mid, Lycan, Visage, or Ricky, really, really recommend it. And as for offlaners, as I said, Beastmaster, really, really strong. Enigma, good. Darkseer, really strong as well. And then for 4s, and similar to last patch, really, Marana, really, really strong. And for 5s, Crystal Maiden and Spirit Breaker as a 4 or a 5, really, really strong. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's kind of a weird one, probably wasn't the best well developed. Just want to have a quick shout out as well. I'm going to be posting more videos, particularly to do with the qualifiers coming up for the DPC. I'm going to be doing some casting. I really want to sort of show you my knowledge and kind of like get some analysis into a live game. I haven't really been doing that much on this channel, but hopefully with the new upcoming videos, you'll be able to see that. So without further ado, guys, I hope to see you in the next one. Till then, keep ironing and grinding. Peace.